Welcome. My name is Lisa Kurowski. I'm a Senior Business Analyst with NetApp IT, and you've joined my session for a speed tour of the Cloud One portal. Cloud One portal provides consolidated access to all of our as-a-service capabilities, including DevOps, container, and database as a service, which support teams doing DevOps methodologies to build cloud-aware applications. It also provides access to our infrastructure as a service for teams that need your more traditional server-based environments. None of our catalogs and portals in Cloud One look like your traditional pick an item from this list. Instead, the portals and catalogs were designed to empower end users to utilize self-service to efficiently acquire end user services and infrastructure and manage them in a way that lets them control program cost and speed. So let's jump over to the portal. So the Cloud One portal is really a collection of portals developed using ServiceNow. All the portals are integrated with ServiceNow CMDB, incident and change management, and integrated with automation, primarily orchestrated through Ansible. Let's start with the portals that are used to build and host cloud-aware applications using DevOps methodologies. The DevOps and container as a service portals are very similar. Both offer the ability to onboard an application into IT's DevOps environment and then to manage those applications. Onboarding is performed one time per application with a single order, provides the team with an entire workspace equipped with all the tools and infrastructure required to build and test cloud-aware applications. Order form security is tied into the CMDB, presents users with only applications which they own and only applications which have not yet been onboarded into the DevOps space. In addition to workspaces, users can optionally order stage and production host spaces, which plug into the CI/CD pipeline to support user acceptance testing and production hosting. Users can input their own custom names, choose their landscape, and their t-shirt size, which fits their program needs. Additionally, they can optionally order pipelines or app stack using the DevOps product catalog. Both host-based and pipeline ordering utilize a virtual cart, which allows users to order up to 10 host spaces and 10 pipelines with a single submit. Costs for all assets that are ordered are clearly shown on the screen, and the billing guide, which explains how costs are calculated and managed, is provided on the order form, in the onboarding welcome email, and on the manage form. When a user hits submit, the workspace is provisioned first, and if successful, then host spaces and pipelines are then provisioned. CIs or configuration items for all assets are added to the CMDB and related to the application. Upon success, a welcome letter is sent to the application development and support owners and provides key information to the teams on how to get started, how to access their workspace, the security groups which provide access control to all of their development tools and their application, links to their key documents, as well as the billing guide and the Cloud One documentation repository. Teams that want to or need to build their own containers can still leverage the Cloud One CD framework via container as a service. Their onboarding experience is nearly identical to DevOps onboarding, with the exception that they have to order at least one CaaS pipeline. Regardless of whether teams onboard using DevOps or container as a service, both have the ability to manage their onboarded application via the shared managed order form. Security on this form is similar to onboarding in that it restricts the users to their own applications, except of course that these applications have to have already been onboarded. The manage form provides users with access to high-level information about their workspace, including the security groups which provide the role-based access. All of the assets allow you to change the cost center in order to influence billing. Additional host spaces, similar to the way they are ordered through onboarding, can be ordered through the widget and through the virtual cart. Existing host spaces can be upsized and can be decommissioned. Decommissioning is tied into IT change management for production host spaces. To prevent accidental decommissioning, it requires an approved change request directly tied to the host space. The managed form also incorporates a new concept of the data space, which is effectively a host space with a database stack. Users can name their space, choose their landscape, choose their t-shirt size, and then pick their database technology from the product catalog. Existing data spaces can also be upsized and decommissioned with the same change management control around production data spaces. Pipelines are also accessible. Additional pipelines can be ordered from the Manage page, including additional CaaS pipelines. There are additional features on the page that allow access to monitoring catalog, including URL monitoring, expansion for firewall configuration, access to the billing guide, and access to the Splunk dashboard. This allows you to jump over to Splunk to see the dashboard, which is provisioned on onboarding for each application. In addition to the capabilities that are offered here on the Manage page, application support and development owners can manage the membership in their DBA group, and this provides additional access for database administration functions through the DBA portal. Let's jump over there. Security on the database administration page, database as a service, is provided through the groups. DBAs, which are member of the groups, will have access to their applications and to the data spaces which are associated with those. Functions that are provided on this page include the ability to manage the backup schedules, how long they want to keep those backups, and to take one-time backups. Every application is given a storage grid bucket on provisioning, and backups go into that bucket. So as users click on the different data spaces, it pulls up the backups that are associated with that. Those backups can then be marked and unmarked for long-term retention. They can be used to restore from backup, and they can be used to do clones. This is how you would take production data and apply it to a staging database. Change management is integrated into production change control to ensure that we don't have accidents in restores. They either have to have a change request that's approved for that individual data space, or they can proceed with an emergency change. So let's change tracks now and jump over to infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service can allow teams to provision VMs with storage, object storage, and acquire load balancers that they can utilize in conjunction with their virtual servers. Users who need VMs to support short-term proof of concept projects can obtain one or more sandbox servers. These non-production servers exist for a maximum of 2 months before they are automatically decommissioned. Acquisition requires that the user accept the sandbox service agreement. So let's look at how we order a VM with storage. Similar to other portals, the IaaS security is tied into the CMDB. Users must be a named prime for their application in order to see it in their pick list. As the user picks their landscape and their component code, the host name is automatically built. This follows our standard IT naming conventions. The cloud region is key to costing as well as what types of servers and infrastructure can be built. Once the cloud region is selected, they can choose their availability zone, the type of operating system, the specific operating system, and the size. The size will incorporate the cost. 2 types of storage can be built, NFS and iSCSI, and up to 4 volumes can be added. All of the information about the volumes is added to the CMDB, as is a CI for the host. Once the server is provisioned, they can use the Manage page to add those VMs to load balancers, or they can actually manage the individual servers. Users have the ability to start, stop, and reboot, resize both up and down, as well as deprovision their servers and their sandbox servers. This information comes from the CMDB and is kept up to date by Discovery. They can also create clones and delete them, and they can manage their storage. They can mount and unmount their storage, increase the volume size, deprovision, and add. So this concludes our speed tour of the Cloud One portal. If you have questions about the Cloud One portal or this session, or would like to participate in a Q&A session, please join the virtual Customer One meetup on November 5th. If you're interested in learning more about NetApp IT's cloud journey, please visit any one of these additional IT sessions. Thank you for joining.